Hello guys, Mr. Agophobia here. Today I've got a video for you to help you with the league at the moment, Civic Centre League. See, I've done it easily in a day. And if you like my content guys, like and subscribe, and let's get into the video. So we'll click on League guys. These here, American History Museum, Federal Emergency Bunker and Jefferson Trade Center, I've got a certain build for you to complete these easily in one go. Liberty Island is a different story because it's all Black Tusk and robots, so I'd use a DPS build. So I'll show you the one I use. So these are challenges that you have to complete to get these ranks. So cleaners, you have to apply burn status effect on cleaners, and the other is apply disoriented status effect on hostiles. So for the burn one guys, I'll show you. Go to New York, go to stranded tanker, the mission. Make sure the game has got the reanimated global event active. If you don't know how to activate it, all you have to do is just go to it, click, and then activate and deactivate. Okay, so the build I'm using guys for this event, this league, is our first piece is the Vile Mask. Exotic, toxic delivery, status effects also apply damage over time, debuff for 10 seconds, total damage dealt is equal to 50% of your concussion grenade damage and increased by your status effect attributes. So when you apply this with your fire chem, for example, it will kill him, and because you didn't get a headshot, it will apply another status after they get reanimated, so you can actually set them on fire twice, which is handy because you do it quicker and quicker. That's the first piece. Our second piece is Eclipse. 2-piece 15% status effects, 3-piece 15% skill haste, 30% hazard protection, 4-piece indirect transmission. Your status effects now spread on kill to all enemies within 10 meters and refresh at 50% of the duration. We have a skill tier, 10% stats effects, and the mod at the minute is 9.9% destruct resistance. That is because this is my countdown build guys. It's so easy this. But I use the chest piece because it increases indirect transmission range from 10 meters to 15 and refreshes percentage from 50% to 75%. Our second piece of Eclipse is the holster. Skill tier, 10% stats effects. Knee pads, we have Electric, 10% stats effects. Skill tier, 10% stats effects and 11.2% skill haste. Third piece of Eclipse is the gloves. Skill tier, 10% stats effects. And the backpack Eclipse, skill tier, 10% stats effects and 11.7% skill haste. So your mods just use skill haste to get your skills back quicker. But the backpack amplifies all damage you deal to status affected targets by 30%. And then my main, I use the Scorpio. That's in for the missions guys. But for the apply and burn, make sure you use the Iron Lung. But the Scorpio, 50% shotgun damage, 11% damage to armor, 10% critical hit damage, and then we have septic shock. This sets them on multiple different stats effects. When you do the disorient challenge, make sure you use the Scorpio because when you shoot them 3 times, the enemies, it disorients them. But that's the primary. My secondary is mechanical animal, just gives you overcharge if you get a kill. But our first skill is the fire cam launcher. You get 8 of them, so you can set them on fire constantly. Your tier 6. The fire sticky bomb. This will set them on fire really easy as well. You just shoot at them and it spreads. Does a lot of damage as well. But for countdown, all I did guys was just go into the base, swap to gunner. Only reason we're going to gunner is because you get the Banshee pulse. Okay, so go into your thing, into your inventory, go to pulse, go to Banshee pulse. The Banshee pulse, if you don't know what this does guys, go to the shooting range, just disorients all the enemies for you. So I just recommend putting targeted loot on what you want in Countdown. Go in there, just use the Banshee Pulse and shoot them 3 times with this. I'll show you. Shoot them 3 times. It disorients them. See, you see the disorient button then? Make it a bit tankier. See the disorient symbol? So when you're in Countdown, just shoot every single enemy and use the pulse constantly, guys. But if you want to know the actual build, what I use in Countdown, I'll leave it in the description. You foam all the enemies and it helps your teammates. But that is how I did the Civic Centre League. Super easy. So if you do it this way, guys, you can do it within maybe 2 hours. But I've got all the rewards and that, guys. But that's the things that I did to do it easily. So the DPS build I used, guys, is this 4-piece striker, Grupo chest piece and the Memento backpack with the Ouroboros and the mechanical animal. This is for the Liberty Island because you have Black Tusk, but this is like a PvP build. I'd recommend going all reds. But 2-piece weapon handling, 3-piece rate of fire, and then Striker's Gamble. You get damage when you stack. Blue core, 12% critical hit damage, 11.9% critical hit damage mob. That's the same with the chest. 15% critical hit damage, created chance, created damage, attributes 4.7% critical hit chance, and the talent is Obliterate. Critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 10 seconds, stacks up to 25 times, so that's a lot of damage as well. Memento, 15% weapon damage, blue core, skill tier, critical hit chance, and kill confirmed. You get 30% weapon damage when you get max stacks, skill efficiency, and 3% armor regen, which will help to keep you alive. But like, you'll be doing it on challenging anyway, which is easy. But the Ouroboros, you can only get this from the Incursion. You can use any other SMG. It's not really relevant to have this weapon, but I like to use it because it's overpowered as hell. Rule them all. When the agent has a status effect applied to them, 50% of the ammo in their next magazine will apply the same status effect to their targets. This effect will only occur during combat. And the only reason I use the mechanical animal is for killing the drone near the end, because the SMG doesn't have range, but this does. You can use any like assault rifle you want, that's completely up to you. But I use the firewall. I've got a defender drone and a decoy on, guys. But that's the DPS build I used for the Liberty Island. But I hope this helps you guys. Thanks for watching and happy hunting.